Good day, everyone. Michael Anfield here, and thank you for joining me, author, spiritual coach, YouTuber, and certified world peace diet facilitator. And today I want to talk about depression. I want to talk about sadness. I want to talk about all these things. Now, I'm here in the beautiful jungles of Ecuador and the tropics, the jungle tropics of the world, tropical jungles of the world, especially in Ecuador, are just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful place. And today I really want to get into the sadness and depression and what that really means to me. Because I have experience, deep experience, first-hand experience, because I was depressed many times in my life for a very long time, off and on. And though I wasn't, you know, hospitalized or anything due to that or taking medications due to that, but even as a vegan, I was very depressed. And I want to talk to people about why I personally was depressed and how I got out of that depression. So I was depressed because of mainly one thing, because I felt lost in my life. I didn't feel like there was like nothing to life basically. I was just living my life and I wasn't happy, and wherever I was, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good around the people that I was around, especially as a vegan. I felt kind of left out whenever I was talking to my family or around my family. I wasn't good. Being in cities, I didn't feel good. Being in these cold climates, especially during winter time when the weather is so cold and gets dark so early. You wake up, it's dark, you go to work, and then you're in artificial lighting, and then you come home, it's dark, and it's like, and all the time it's dark, and you know, you really don't see, and you're not really in a good environment. So I think there's a lot of things to deal with, but the one major problem that I faced, and I can't talk about anyone else, though it's probably very similar, is that people just feel lost in their lives. Now, we can feel depressed or sad about not having enough money or figuring out how we're going to pay our bills, our rent, our food, our electricity and all that. But the whole point or the whole idea is that we feel completely lost. Like we have no direction, we have no purpose in life. We don't feel that there is a purpose. We maybe question the existence of God or question religion or question what's happening in the world today, whatever. And we just don't, we find it kind of meaningless, or we find like something not right in the world. So, what I found over the years is actually through meditation and through a lot of contemplation, self healing, self contemplation, and trying to understand the world. And that starts with myself, not understanding the external world, but understanding myself. Because when I understand myself more and more, as in who am I, the question, who am I, through meditation, then we understand more about the world, we understand more about the society, we start to understand more about our connection with the natural world. And when that happens, we start to really realize then what our purpose is. What are we good at? What do we love to do? And we make that our purpose, whatever that is. And we try to, uh, share a message of love and veganism with people. And I mean, a purpose, not just, oh, my purpose is, or my goals are to buy a fancy house and a car to have a family. That's not a purpose. That's just frivolous, materialistic, egocentric things that we don't need. Of course, we may need a vehicle, uh, we may need a small house, may need a land and things like that. But that's just to further our purpose. So what is really a purpose? Purpose is something that really we help others. We help the greater good. We help the environment. We help others, may it be human or non-human or all. And And really, I'm going to try and get good light here because it's so sunny. It's so amazing. First day that's sunny in like more than a week or 2 weeks. So let me just get a good view here. Okay. It's just beautiful here anyways. I love it here. So basically, we don't have a purpose, or we don't know what our purpose is. And so the key is to find out what our purpose is through meditation. Again, if our minds are racing and we can't meditate, then that's a really good time just to sit and be calm, whatever that may be. If you feel good painting, then paint. Maybe that's a meditation for you. Meditation not necessarily means to sit down cross-legged with our eyes closed, though of course that is the most common form of meditation. Really, the meditation is really just to do something, to be in the moment, to be really focused, to be calm, to be tranquil in that moment. We don't need to have our thoughts racing. The reason why we have thoughts racing because we're always thinking of the past and the future, or past and or the future, and we're not being mindful of the moment. So if we're not mindful in the moment and we don't meditate in the moment, then of course our minds are going to be racing. And yeah, if our minds are racing and we're thinking about money problems and we're thinking about health problems and we're thinking about visa issues and we're thinking about, all these immigration problems, whatever we're facing, these are the least of our worries. So we need to figure out what we really love to do. If we love to paint, or if we love to garden, or if we love to give beauty back to the earth, or if we love to educate people, whatever it is, we have that purpose. And what is our purpose in life? And so once we have this purpose, and once we know that purpose, and once we start to love and love more and more people, more and more other animals and nature and so forth, and we include more beings into our sphere of compassion, then, or circle of compassion, then we start to understand that, hey, I have a purpose. I feel so positive and blessed to be in this world with so much abundance. Abundance is what I feel inside. It doesn't come from external things. Abundance comes from within. Because we all have everything that we need. We have the clothes on our back. We have the beautiful places where we are sleeping. We have the abundance of food in our backyard with mulberries, for example, and lots of other fruits as well. And yeah, we just have all the abundance in the world. We don't need to worry about frivolous things like money. We don't need to worry about frivolous things like the future and the past. Though of course it is good to think about the future and to, somewhat plan, but not to be so obsessed like it's taking over our lives. And that's what I've learned. I have also learned to be very positive. So just be positive and be grateful for the moment. Be positive for the future. And to see positivity for humankind, that humankind is awakening, we are awakening. Humankind, there is a collective consciousness that's happening on Earth right now, and a lot of people are waking up to becoming vegan, or at least going in that step to feeling interconnected to all life, not wanting to harm any sentient life form as much as possible, to do the most good, to share as much as we can, whatever they may be, if it's physical goods, if it's food, if it's our space with people. We have a land, we can share our space with people that are in need. So we have to give back, always. That's what I think this world is, or this life is all about, is really about helping and giving back to the earth and to each other, and to just helping one another, doing what we can to make this world a better place, or at least make our societies and our culture and our, a better place. But let's create a new society. Let's create a new culture, a peaceful culture. And that's my vision for Peaceful Village. And that's my vision for all my books that I write. So if you are interested to learning more about all of this, then you can get my one-on-one coaching sessions. I help people one-on-one, even in small groups. I help people coaching sessions about how they can heal their lives, healing our lives. And many, many people have talked about this in the past. A lot of spiritual teachers. My two or few biggest spiritual teachers are Will Tuttle, author of the World Peace Diet, Mango Wadzak, author of Destination Eden and the Eden Fruitarian Guidebook, and also Louise L. Hay. Louise Hay is an amazing author and spiritual coach who, passed away many years ago, and also Greg Braden, who's an author, scientist, and just overall amazing, amazing beings. And so I want to thank you for joining me. If you want to check out more information about Peaceful Village, we're creating a temporary website. It's still not completely finished, but you can visit it. And I'll put the link down below, but basically peaceful-village.com, peaceful-village.com. If you want to join us in Ecuador, creating an amazing vegan and raw vegan community. It's an intentional homestead community where we grow all our food. It's basically paradise. Right now, we are looking for land, so that's the major thing we're looking for these next few months. We're going to be going places. We're going to be looking at farms. We're going to be, doing all that. There's a lot of insects here, so I got to get going and put on a shirt. But it's just beautiful weather here. It's so lovely. It's amazing, and I just love it here. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone.